Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel here. Hey, it is a cold, blustery day. Now I will show you UAV forecast. UAV forecast says it's 42 degrees. I'm telling you, it feels a lot colder than that. And I just had some snowflakes come down. And it's saying 11 mile an hour sustained, I think with 18 mile an hour gusts. It even feels windier than that, so I don't know. But anyway, I've got a mini drone with me. I have the DJI Mini 4 Pro. And I'm out here. I am not right on the rim of the Snake River Canyon, but I'm at a pullout that's kind of close to the canyon. And the reason I wanted to come out here, I wanted to get out here kind of in the away from you know, any other Wi-Fi interference or anything, because I want to test the distance of how far drone scanner will detect remote ID. So we're going to take this little drone and send it out. I've got my my little Google Pixel 6 phone with me here, and we'll bring up drone scanner and check that out. The other thing that I want to check out is I've got the sub 250 gram battery in the drone right now. So I've already tested it with the DJI Mini 3, not the Mini 3 Pro, but the standard Mini 3. And if you have a sub 250 battery, it does not broadcast a remote ID signal. So let's see if it does with the Mini 4 Pro. We will check that out as well, again using the drone scanner app on my Google Pixel 6 phone. So anyway, this is just a little bit of an experimentation. Oh, and then by the way, once we're done with this light battery, we'll put the plus battery or extended battery, whatever you want to call it. We'll put it in there, and then I know it will broadcast remote ID. This drone is registered as a remote ID drone, so we'll just check it all out. We'll see what drone scanner has to say, and just kind of experiment here a little bit. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Hey, something important to point out before we take off here. The battery that I am using in the Mini 4 Pro here, the standard battery I should say, the light, the sub 250 battery, is from my Mini 3 Pro. Now, that's going to be important later, and we'll talk about it in the conclusion. Okay, I've got a screen recorder started, and yeah, I'm going to adjust the camera here, kind of center it in on the little on the landing pad there, so you can see the drone. We got a screen recorder started. We're going to shoot in 4K 30. We're not, you know, this isn't a video where we're looking to getting a bunch of cinematic video. Although I'm telling you, the clouds look pretty cool today. But in any case, let's click on that takeoff permitted at the top and check the status of the drone. And yeah, flight vision systems, and it says remote ID functionality normal. So that tells me that it is transmitting a remote ID signal. And I'm going to look on my Pixel 6 and see what I see. So there's nothing on the Pixel 6, but that doesn't mean, with the drone scanner app, that doesn't mean that it won't show it once I take off. So let's go ahead and take off, and we'll send this drone out there, and we'll see what we see with regard to remote ID. I'm going to do an automated takeoff on the app. Maybe. There we go. Takeoff. And why is it that a big gust of wind always seems to come up when you're, as soon as you get ready to take off? You know, it can be kind of calm. As soon as you take off on your, get ready to take off on your drone, and a big gust of wind comes up. So, but anyway, there's the drone. I'm going to drop the camera down here a little bit. We're going to take off, look at that in-flight. And flight status normal. I'm going to click on normal. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about remote ID there. I'm going to go ahead and do a droney here, send it out. You're going to see a bunch of cattle out here. They're running a bunch of cattle. So this is free range out here, so they can actually go anywhere they want. So reverse and up now. Oh, and I didn't start recording. Let me started recording, and now we're going to continue our droney. We don't need to go too high. And let's get it out there a little ways. I'm going to click on that in-flight again and see what I can see. And it just says normal. Let me look on my Google Pixel phone, and it's not seeing any drones on the Google. It says drones found. It's just blank. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of that. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to fly it out here a ways. I'm going to send it out. The canyon is this direction, picking up that camera. And, well, let's grab some altitude. We don't need to be too high, a little over 30 meters there. And I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna send it forward, and we'll see if we can put it in cruise control here. So, and I can't remember which button I have set for cruise control. I better go in and look at that. Go into control. What do I have set for cruise controls here? Button customization. Yeah, C1 button I've got on for cruise control. So now I know. I wasn't sure. I suppose I could have just tried it. I hear it sure sounds like a helicopter, so I am not moving this drone. And he is coming closer to me, but I have not got eyes on him. This is kind of crazy that I can't see him. I hear a helicopter, and it sounds like it might be a Black Hawk. I don't know. Oh yeah, there he is. He's coming straight at me. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I'll see if I can get the Action 2 camera up here so you can see. He's way up there. But the cool thing is that, you know, I could hear him long before I see him. He is very high up. He is going to come, not over the top of us. He's going to be to the east of us a little bit. And you know, he's so high up there, I can't positively identify it, but I am pretty sure that is a Black Hawk, although I can't say. Yeah, no, now that it's closer to me, maybe not. Anyway, enough of that. We know that there's a helicopter up there, and as a remote a UAS pilot. No, that's definitely not a Black Hawk. In any case, we're gonna move forward here. So let's go ahead and start this drone moving forward, and let's get it up. I don't know what it's about. 6-7 meters per second, something like that. And then let's hit cruise control. Cruise control is enabled, and the drone is just going to fly that direction at about 34 meters in height. And I am going to look on UAV forecast here, and it says no drones around. So I am telling you, I don't think that with the sub 250 battery, I think we can safely say, let's let it get out there a ways. But it's definitely not. I'm not seeing it on the app here at all. So hold it. Okay, now I got it. Unknown operator. So let's click on that. It's not showing me where the drone is though. Okay. Let me get a screenshot here so you guys can see it. And I'm going to see if I can. So it shows where I am, but it's not showing the location of the drone. Well, now I lost it. That was odd. It showed a drone around, and then now it's. I accidentally minimized the app, and it's gone. And as you can see, the drone is it's making its way out there. It's almost to the edge of the canyon, and it's weird. I saw something on the app here, and then it went away. So we'll see if it comes back. Yeah, so I'm trying to zoom out on the map to see if I could see where the drone is at. But yeah, whatever that was, it showed It showed a drone, and it said DJI, so it had to be me. Oh, here it's back. Okay, so let's go ahead. 5 seconds ago, so let's go ahead and click on that. And Wi-Fi beacon, last seen 11 seconds ago. And distance from me is pretty close. So it is squawking. It's squawking remote ID, and it's got the UAS ID number, which is the serial number. I'm just looking here to see on here if it shows. Well, I better take a screenshot of this so you guys can see it. It is not. It says number of messages 2. Last seen 50. So it's weird. It's not a continual signal evidently, because last seen 60 seconds ago. So evidently that signal can't be. I don't know how often it puts out a signal, but evidently it takes it some time to do that. Distance for me and the height is right, so that's definitely this drone. So we can definitely say that this drone, let's go back to the map if we can. But what I'm not seeing on here is, and you're seeing the drone is, it's over the top of the canyon. In fact, let's go ahead and bring the drone home here. Let's go ahead and hit return to home.
Return to home.
And so the drone will come back to us, and you guys can see the augmented reality on the map there, and you can see where I'm at as opposed to the drone. I'm going to see if as it gets closer to us, is it going to show? Oh, it is showing the drone there. Okay, I'm just looking at this map upside down. So that there's a blue dot that's showing where the drone is. And then you can see that other there's that blue dot. Is that me with the controller, or is that me with my Google Pixel phone? I don't know. But in any case, I got a screenshot of that so you guys can see it, and it is showing that the blue kind of teardrop there is definitely the drone, because it's moving as it comes back to me, and the drone is very nearly back to us. So I guess what I'm telling you is, if you have a DJI Mini 4 Pro, whether you have the sub 250 battery or not, that drone is going to be broadcasting remote ID, because we just proved it there. Coming down for a landing. I bet it'll get a precision landing for us. We'll see. And again, I'm going to look at the in-flight here, and it just says flight status is normal. Doesn't say anything in there about... I don't know if there's any place in the app that tells you whether the drone... yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to hit the... it's going to land on the... there's pavement here, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it land. But we're not going to get a precision landing. I will say I moved off without giving it a look at the landing pad. So okay, I'm going to shut everything down and switch to the heavier battery, and we'll see how far we can fly that one out and still be able to see it on remote ID. Hey, okay, so I've got everything fired up again, and I have the plus battery in the drone, and I want to show you something here. If you look here on your flight checklist, it says remote ID functionality normal. So I think, and it only shows that before you take off. So I think that's where you can check in the app to see if you're broadcasting remote ID. But we should be good to go here. Let's go ahead and take off. And I'm going to fly out a different direction than I flew with the sub 250 battery. The helicopter that we saw fly over earlier, he was way up there. He came back right low over the canyon, and then I just watched him. I mean, directly kind of where we were flying with the Mini earlier, he descended down into the canyon. So and maybe even landed down there someplace, because I don't hear them now. So we're going to stay way away from that. We're going to fly the other direction with this heavier battery. Now it's not going to be as scenic, but you'll see some cows and stuff like that. But at any rate, let's start recording, and let's go ahead and do our takeoff. And this time I'm going to go straight up 7 meters and kind of give the drone a chance to find that landing pad. There, we're almost 8 meters high, but that should be good enough before we move off. And yeah, let's see. What is it telling me here? Yeah, it took me back to the main screen for some reason here. Recommended zone. Well, we knew that. Let's go ahead and click on Go Fly. I'm not sure why it did that. Oh, here comes that chopper. So that chopper just took off. I'm going to turn around with the Action 2 camera, and you'll be able to see him here. And you can see how low he is in the sky. Like I said just a couple minutes ago, I watched him descend into the canyon, so I didn't want to mess around there. Okay, setting the Action 2 camera back down, and you know what? We should be able to, now that we know he's out of the way, we'll head back out over the canyon. So let me turn around here, face the other direction, get going towards the canyon. We'll go a little bit different direction. We'll go off this way, and we want to gain some altitude. Let's get up about 30 meters high. Which is about 100 feet high or so, and again we're going to well, let me check the drone scanner app to see if it sees us. Okay, so I took a screenshot, and you can see it's got us here. The drone scanner app has got us, and it is essentially showing the same information that it did for on our earlier flight, because obviously it's the same darn drone. So in any case, let's go ahead and get out in the let's do a flight here, and let's see how far this thing will actually keep track of us. Okay, I'm gonna start heading forward here and hit cruise control. Well, it didn't take, so let's do it one more time. There's cruise control. So we've got it in cruise control at 4.7 meters per second, and it is heading away from us. And I'm going to continue to watch the drone scanner app, and of course continue to watch the sky for aircraft. But what's it's showing one drone. But I don't know how often this updates, because it still shows the drone right over the top of me. So, does it update very often? And I can tell you, even once I landed with the light battery, it still showed the drone on the app. So I don't know if maybe you have to update this, if there's something on here that you update or something every so often to get it to search again. I don't know. I'm going to look here and see. Yeah, it's all enabled. So I'm looking on the app, and I'm not. Yeah, now I clicked on the drone, and there it showed me. Okay, so here's what I didn't do before, and you guys are going to see this. I'm going to get a screenshot right now. This is what I saw the other day and I didn't see today. So you can see where I'm at with the controller, the little yellow spot, and where I'm standing with the app. And then you can also see the drone as it's heading out there. So what I did is I just touched on the drone serial number at the top of the app. So let me do that again and see if it moves it. Well, maybe not. So what I'm not seeing here is I'm really not showing the movement in the drone. So I don't know how it updates. Just trying to see as the drone gets further out. And yeah, the drone is out there quite a ways now. And in fact, I'm going to hit probably pause. I don't want to go out much further than that. The app is telling me that it's 362 meters and I'm about 800 meters away. I'm going to hit pause. And we stopped the drone right there. And we're out about 826 meters. Let's see if it'll update here. Yeah, one drone, oh, there it did. It finally updated. Okay, so I'm going to get you a screenshot of that as well. And let me see if I can show you the information here. So it's weird. I don't know. Is it this app or what? And it's showing now its distance from me, 820 meters is what it's showing on the app. Get you a screenshot of that. So we know it'll read out that far. So what I don't know is this drone scanner app, is it getting its information from the controller, which is near me, or from the drone? You guys that know more about it than I do can maybe get us up to speed on that. But let's get back down to the map here. And yeah, so it's correctly showing us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I want to get out there further because I want to see how far it will actually show here. So I'm going to pilot the drone out manually a little bit further. So let's get over the canyon here, and we can take a quick look at the Snake River down there. There she is. Beautiful Snake River. Let's go ahead and pick up that camera. I don't know what those guys were doing with that helicopter, but they were about, they descended down into the canyon. So I don't know if they landed. I'm dropping the camera down. They may have landed right down there. I don't know, but they were right here. So anyway, let's move closer to the edge of the canyon, and I'm going to move down a ways and get out there a ways, and I'm going to then see if drone scanner will accurately show my distance. We're not going to get too carried away, but so we're out a kilometer right now. Let's just see how far this guy'll go. Let's get it out there. Let's get over the canyon here about a kilometer and a half or so, and then I'll see if I can accurately see that on drone scanner. In fact, I'm going to throw it in sport mode here. I think I was in. I might have yeah, maybe I was in normal mode there. I have to go back and look, but yeah, let's kick it up here. I'll tell you what, it's UAV forecast says it's in the 40s. It feels colder, I can tell you that. Boy, I'll tell you what, this is a beautiful canyon, isn't it? I love it, and even the sky on a cloudy day, that just kind of makes things look interesting. Okay, so according to my the app, I'm out a kilometer and a half. Let me look on drone scanner, and we'll see what it says. It's weird. This drone scanner app, it doesn't always update. It's an odd thing. Before I was able to touch on the. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out of the app altogether and reboot it and see if it recognizes the drone. Okay, and I'm starting the app back up. And it says 0 drones around. It kind of tells me that there is a range component. I mean, it is Bluetooth after all, so certainly there is a range component. Isn't this cool, the side of the canyon here? This is kind of why I wanted to come out this direction. And yeah, I'm going to, and it's saying 0 drones around. So let me bring it back to us and see how long it takes it to, well, I think I stopped recording there. We're going to start recording again. And 0 drones around. And I'm trying to do 5 things at one time here. So in any case, let's bring the drone back to us and let's see how long it takes the app to find the drone. And we're in sport mode, coming back. You know, it was kind of windy, but not too bad now, huh? We're coming back at about 15 meters per second or so. And let's see, we're at 1,200 meters. Let me stop there, look at the phone. Nothing yet on the drone scanner app. So again, there's definitely a range component here. God, what are we looking at right here? It looks like, is that, yeah, that's just sagebrush there. I thought, you know, I saw that kind of circle there and kind of wondered what that was, but it's just sagebrush. Okay, picking up the camera again. And again, I keep refreshing drone scanner, and I'm not seeing anything. So let's see, we're within 800 meters. So it saw us that far before. It's still saying 0 drones around. It's kind of hard to. I'm trying to fly and look at the app at the same time. And, you know, I can hear the drone from here. I can see the drone easy. So it's kind of interesting to me that I'm not seeing it on drone scanner. So this drone scanner, oh, there it is. There, it finally saw it. Okay, so that was about 400 meters away. And let's click on it here. And again, it shows where I am and where the drone is. And let me get you a screenshot of that. But it was within 400 meters of me before I was able to see the drone again. So let me pull it up, and yeah, it's 404 meters. It says distance for me, so that is correct. So let's bring it back, and we're coming back even further here, and I want to see if it automatically updates. You can see it's pretty close to over the top of us. Let me drop down. We don't need to be that high. And it isn't, it's funny, it's not updating. I'm going to see if I can get it right over the top of us. So now it's showing a circle on the, it showed, for a second there, it showed me a circle on the app. Yeah, so now it updated. Let me get you a screenshot of that. So, and it showed the path, right? So, okay, let's fly it out the other direction and see. So, drone's almost right directly above us. Let's go ahead and kick it in gear. I'm going to go ahead and do it let me steer it off over. I don't want to be right over the highway, so we're going to steer it off out over the cows here a little bit and head out that direction. Boy, that drone is hauling the mail too. And I want to see if it updates again. Let's see. Pardon me here. I'm looking at the app to tell me, yeah, it's not really showing. Well, now it did. Now it updated again. Okay. So I'm going to get you a screenshot of that. Trying to do a lot of things here at once, folks. So hopefully you'll bear with me. I am going to go back into normal mode, and I'm going to put this guy in cruise control. That way I can focus on the phone a little bit and not be holding the control, having to have my hands on the sticks. So we're out there about 400 meters. And what is it telling me here? Horizontal speed, height, distance. Yeah, so it's updating. It's updating as the drone goes away. So let's just see how far it'll go here. See how far we can get and how often it'll update here. I keep doing screenshots so I can show you. This appears, going this direction, it appears to be a lot more real time. So the drone scanner app, I don't know how often it updates or whatever. Yeah, there I just saw it update. I just saw it go out further. So, and that's at about 600 meters. So we'll see how far this guy goes. Okay, on the controller, we're out about right now 750 meters, and it hasn't updated. Yeah, there it did. Distance from me, 785. It just updated just now. So like I said, I want to see how far. You remember when we went out over the canyon? It eventually we lost contact with it altogether. It didn't show anything on the screen. So I want to see going this direction. Yeah, distance from me, it just updated again, 868 meters, which agreed with the with what I see on the app. Now we've lost it. So, oh no, there I got it back. Sorry, we are about almost a kilometer, and it hasn't updated here for a little while, and it hasn't updated distance for some time. So we must be far enough away now that it's that it cannot update the distance. Oh no, there it just did. No, I was wrong. Oh yeah, it did. Okay. Yeah, so let me take a screenshot of that. Well, sorry about that. I touched something on the phone and lost the app. And it shows it about 1,159 meters away, something like that. Or 1,200, yeah, 1,200 meters away. Or 1.23 kilometers. I noticed it switched to kilometers. So you know what? This drone scanner app is formidable. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm telling you, it is definitely cold. I took the gloves off so I could do all this, and boy, my fingers are really starting to get cold. Remember when we went the other direction? We were out about a kilometer and a half, and it lost the drone altogether. It did not. I got literally no signal from the drone. So, and now we're back. It's going to go into return to home here in a second because we're down to about 28% battery. In fact, we're out as far as I want to go. And by the way, it updated. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that, and I'm going to put this guy into return to home before we have to. And we'll get it back here. Discretion is the better part of valor. But as you can see, we're way out there, just kind of over the pucker brush. And so I guess what I'm saying is, if there is a limit to how far a drone scanner can track you, I don't know what it is. So. Yeah, let's let the drone come back and we'll see if we get a precision landing. Okay, the drone is about 400 meters from me, and the drone scanner app has not updated in a while. So I'm curious as to how that works, when it knows to update and when it doesn't. The drone is still showing at 1,300 meters away, and we're almost home. Yeah, a couple hundred meters from home. So we'll see if we get that. We'll see if we get that precision landing here. And again, I'm looking at the app to see if it updated. Yeah, there it updated finally. So yeah, let me get a screenshot of that so you guys can see it.
Landing.
And the drone is landing. So let's see if we get that precision landing here. Yeah, it might be close. You can see that I always get a kick out. Yeah, and it's moving around. It's looking for it. I get a kick out of that drone shadow. Yeah, it's looking for that landing pad, and it's gonna be just on the corner of it. It looks like, but good enough as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you got a good look at that on the Action 2 camera. Okay, let me get everything shut down. I am gonna do our conclusion inside my truck, because I'm cold. My fingers are really cold. Let me get it all shut down. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm breaking in here on the conclusion because, as I alluded to earlier, the sub 250 battery that I used in the Mini 4 Pro for that flight was from my Mini 3 Pro. And as it turns out, that makes a difference. I watched Greg at Pilot Institute. He put out a couple of good videos on remote ID and DJI's mini drones, and you have to use the battery, the sub 250, the standard battery from the Mini 4 Pro to disable, or not to enable is probably a better way to say it, remote ID. So because I used the standard battery from my Mini 3 Pro, I should say, it the drone was broadcasting remote ID, as you saw in the video. Now, I don't have a standard battery for my Mini 4 Pro, so I have no way to test that, but certainly the people at the Pilot Institute do, and they have. So anyway, that's one thing that I wanted to mention in this video. Yeah, it looked kind of interesting there when we saw remote ID with the sub 250 battery. That's because it was the battery from the Mini 3 Pro, not the Mini 4 Pro. Anyway, I hope that helps clarify things. Hey, okay guys, I'm sitting inside my nice warm Chevy Tahoe. I know what UAV forecast said. It said it's 42 degrees. I'm telling you, it's colder than that out there. I froze my tail off, and in fact, I'm looking at my windshield right now. I'm seeing a few snowflakes fall on it. So, yeah, it's definitely still wintertime. It may be early February, but winter is still here. But enough of that. In any case, here is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. Definitely a pro drone. I mean, you saw what we did with it there. We flew it out 1.5 kilometers both directions, and it did just fine. Fairly windy, some pretty good wind gusts. The little drone handled it just fine. Didn't get any wind warnings. Didn't have any problems in that regard. But of course, that's not what we were out here for. We were testing remote ID and the drone scanner app using my little Google Pixel 6 phone. The drone scanner app is interesting. It doesn't continually update, and I could see no rhyme or reason into how it updated. However, when we went out towards the canyon, I thought we outran it. I thought we got out further than the transmission distance because it didn't see any drones in the air at all. As we were coming back from that direction, it finally saw the drone out, I don't know, a few 100 meters out, and saw it again. And then, just for the fun of it, I flew it out the other direction. And, you know, we were out there 1.5 kilometers, and the drone scanner app saw it all the way out there. But again, it's kind of weird. As it updated on the way back, it was, I don't know, almost all the way back to us before the app updated again and showed the distance. So I don't know how accurate that's going to be. You know, let's just say, for instance, law enforcement, they're looking for where the drone is at. I guess you're going to see where the controller is. That showed pretty clearly. But I'm not sure you're going to exactly see where the how far the drone is, because I just don't think it updates enough. They probably have some more sophisticated apps than just the one that we put on the phone. However, somebody just looking for where somebody's flying a drone, they're going to be able to find you with your controller. The other thing that we proved is that even with the sub 250 battery in the Mini 4 Pro, it's still going to broadcast remote ID, because we absolutely saw the drone using that lighter battery, unlike the Mini 3 where I tested it, where it did not broadcast remote ID with the sub 250 battery. But in any case, that's about it. Oh, shout out to Alex Escardo. I'm wearing my AME Aerials t-shirt today. But anyway, that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. The DJI Mini 4 Pro, definitely a pro drone. See you guys later.